in this game, and they're also the highest volume shot takers outside of Mike Conley, of course, 6 of 10 here, and that's a lot of empty trips, and Oklahoma City has done good on those guys. They've also just missed some open shots and layups as they're just really, really struggling to start the year, but Oklahoma City really playing fundamentally sound here outside of their bench unit and getting some good shots, good looks from the perimeter and underneath, Bobby.
Dare I say, I think Oklahoma City starters have been the better team in this game. When they got off to the great lead, 12 points, I believe, in the first quarter, they go to the bench, Utah gets right back in it, and then when the starters come back in, they're able to push it back out to 7 or 8. The Jazz did a nice job closing the half, but you're right. I think the defense by Lou Dort today on Donovan Mitchell has been outstanding. Now, Donovan has missed some shots. He also hit one from about a mile away. I think that was more of a frustration. I'm just going to shoot this thing, and he did, and he hit it. So that got him going. He hit his next shot as well. But the defense Lou Dort played on him in the first half, I thought was really, really good. Just stayed with him the entire time. Did not let Gobert screen him. If he had to go over the screen, he did his best to make up the distance after he went over the screen. So just really good defense by Lou Dort. Really good defense overall, I think, by the starting five of Oklahoma City. You talk about the scoring for Oklahoma City. The backcourt, Shea did a nice job. 3 of 9 is not great, but you could tell he's running the offense pretty well. Lou Dort was the Lou Dort from Game 7, where it's amazing to me. Forget makes and misses, because you and I have talked about this a lot about, shots are going to go in, shots are not going to go in. It's amazing the difference in attitude from Game A to Game B. Game A, lose a little bit passive, and misses some shots. Tonight he looks super confident.
We've spent a lot of time at home, and maybe you've noticed it's time for an update. The Oklahoma Lottery's giving away a $7,500 Bob Mills shopping spree, home appliances, cash, and more. Visit the Oklahoma Lottery website or download the OK Lottery app to find out how to win.
Then done, try to keep the backcourt at bay, try to slow down Mike Conley, and as I texted you this once they staggered Rudy Gobert and brought him in, and you look up and there's Mike Muscala and Alexei Pokusevski in the game, and I told you he should dunk on the next 3 possessions. I think he had 3 dunks, but it might have taken a few more trips down the floor. Yeah. That's going to be a significant part of this game. Also, in the second half, they do that same substitution pattern. Against Al, he's had some difficulty, but if you have Derek Favors or Rudy Gobert and they're doing that screen and roll, which I understand they have these perimeter shooters, but any time that they've done an intent screen and roll with a driver, they've gotten a layup every single time off that, and it's usually been Conley finishing off.
No, you're right, and that's something they're going to have to adjust to in the second half. Oklahoma City, as far as their defense goes, the thing that kills me about Gobert is because he's so lanky and he's so athletic. But, man, if he had any kind of game outside of 2 feet, because you see him out, he pops his head behind, he pops out behind the 3-point line just to keep the ball moving. And he's not driving because he looks so awkward the times he has to put the ball on the court. And I think that obviously he's great in pick and roll situations. As you said, he's gotten a lot of looks. And when he doesn't get looks because they have to honor him, Conley's gotten a couple of layups. Joe Ingles got a layup in there as well. So this will be a challenge for Oklahoma City, up 3 at the half, to see if they can continue on and win this game. But I think they represented themselves very well in the first half.
Utah 4 of 16 from 3. Oklahoma City 10 of 22. 10 of their 18 makes. 10 of their first 12 shots were from 3. The Jazz doing their damage in the paint. 28-16. They've outscored the Thunder there. So 2 teams with very different approaches. 52-49. OKC leads this one at the break. Coming up next, Bobby Thompson has an update from around the NBA. That's next on the Oklahoma City Thunder Halftime Show.
Looking to make a big move with a family-owned company you can trust? Two fellas in a big vehicle have safe, courteous, and experienced movers that will help you relocate. With locations in both OKC and Tulsa, we service all of Oklahoma and the 48 continental states with a full range of moving services, including packing, unpacking, corporate, and residential moves. No move is too big or too small. Two fellas in a big vehicle can do them all. Now selling franchises nationwide. As a proud partner and the preferred mover of the Oklahoma City Thunder, we are licensed and bonded for your protection and ready to take on your next move. Thunder up!
As a partner of the Oklahoma City Thunder, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Oklahoma is proud to be a part of this community. We're committed to providing greater access to healthcare coverage for those that call the great state of Oklahoma home. To learn more about our healthcare options, visit us online at bcbsok.com. Blue Cross Blue Shield, through it all. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Oklahoma is a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company, and independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Now the halftime show NBA scoreboard with Bobby Thompson on the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network.
The Oklahoma City Thunder letting the three ball fly, 10 of 22 from deep, and they lead the Jazz 52-49 inside Chesapeake Energy Arena. Welcome back to the arena. Bobby Thompson here, taking you around the NBA. One game getting ready to start. Actually, just started. There's one game that is the Lakers and the Blazers getting ready to start. I was right the first time. They'll start here in a little while. The Nuggets and Rockets getting underway. This one very early. Gideon will keep you updated on this one throughout the second half. But Nikola Jokic has an early three in this one. The Rockets trail at 5.
We've spent a lot of time at home, and maybe you've noticed it's time for an update. The Oklahoma Lottery is giving away a $7,500 Bob Mills shopping spree, home appliances, cash, and more. Visit the Oklahoma Lottery website or download the OK Lottery app to find out how to win.
Bad news for the Memphis Grizzlies as Ja Morant, reigning Rookie of the Year, left the game in a wheelchair. They're calling it a sprained ankle. But right now, the Grizzlies are up 85-79 on the Brooklyn Nets. Kyle Anderson has 23 points to lead the way. Dylan Brooks has 18 for the Memphis Grizzlies. For the Brooklyn Nets, they're playing without Spencer Dinwiddie, who hurt his knee, without Kevin Durant, without Kyrie Irving. So Caris LeVert's come in and scored 14. Timothy Luwawu-Cabarrot leading the way with 21, former Thunder player there as well. Grizzlies lead it 85-79. A really good first half of basketball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead it by 3, 52-49. Second half action coming up next. You're listening to Thunder Basketball.
George Hill, number 3, Oklahoma City Thunder.
George Hill is a 12-year NBA veteran playing for a handful of teams, including the Indiana Pacers, Utah Jazz, Sacramento Kings, Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Milwaukee Bucks. Hill was drafted by the San Antonio Spurs in 2008 after spending his college years at IUPUI. Hill owns an 850-acre ranch in Texas near the San Antonio area. He houses a variety of animals, including deer, kangaroos, donkeys, elk, and zebras. George Hill, number 3 for your Oklahoma City Thunder.
Justin Jackson, number 44, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Justin Jackson played high school basketball for Homeschool Christian Youth Association. In 2012, he led his high school team to a national championship and won the Sullivan Award. He received offers from many colleges, including Baylor, Ohio State, and Texas, before choosing to play for the North Carolina Tar Heels. In 2017, Jackson won the ACC Player of the Year, was selected as a first-team All-ACC player, and was named a consensus first-team All-American. Justin Jackson, number 44 for your Oklahoma City Thunder.
Darius Baisley, number 7, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Darius Baisley joined the Oklahoma City Thunder during the 2019 NBA Draft following 2 trades from Utah to Memphis, then to OKC. The former McDonald's All-American played for Princeton High School in Sharonville, Ohio. Baisley gained national attention by choosing to bypass college and train on his own as an intern for New Balance before the 2019 NBA Draft. During the NBA bubble, Baisley went viral when he was recorded catching a fish in Orlando. Darius Baisley, number 7 for your Oklahoma City Thunder.
It's time for the second half. Now here's Gideon Hamilton on the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network.
Oklahoma City looking for a win in their home opener. They lead Utah by 3 at the break here with the call of the second half. Here's Matt Pinto.
Gideon, thanks. Time for our halftime leaders driven by AAA Insurance. The Jazz are paced by Mike Conley, both in assists with 5 and points 13. Conley's made 6 of 10 shots. That somewhat offsets Donovan Mitchell's tough night at the office. 2 of 10, only 5 points. Mitchell's minus 10 in the raw plus-minus as Lou Dort has locked him up. Also, Bogdanovich is 2 of 9 for the Jazz. 0 of 3 on threes. Has been held to 6. He's also minus 10. Utah led in rebounding by Rudy Gobert with 6. Hitting 45% of their overall shots, but only 25% efficient on threes, 4 of 16. They've turned it over 7 times for 5 Thunder points. And the rebounding edge, only 1 for a Jazz team that's plus 18.5 a game coming in. Thunder paced by Lou Dort both defensively in locking up Donovan Mitchell and offensively with 13. Dort has made 4 of 6 shots, 3 of 5 threes. OKC is led in rebounding off the bench by Hami Diallo with 6, Baisley with 5, and 3 assists each for Al Horford and George Hill show the way. Thunder have Al Horford in double figure scoring with 11, have knocked down only 43% of their overall shots, but have drilled 10 of 22 threes, 45.5%, overcoming 9 turnovers that have netted the Jazz 13 points in that regard. Those are the halftime leaders driven by AAA Insurance. Tonight's Sonic Slam selected contestant is Pearl Jokhurst of Enid. Should a Thunder player throw down in the third quarter, Pearl would gain a $50 Sonic gift card. This the opener of a back-to-back sequence for the Thunder in the beginning of a 3-game homestand. They'll take on the Orlando Magic tomorrow night. They'll be bidding for a 6th consecutive win head-to-head with the Magic, who are 3-0 on the season. That's a 7 o'clock opening tip. And bidding for an 18th straight home court victory against this opponent, the Jazz.